This is just a quick tip for people having issues priming their oil pump and getting oil pressure on their initial startup when they do a swap or have a freshly rebuilt engine. I was having trouble with this engine. I usually crank them about 10 seconds each, maybe 3 to 4 times, just waiting a little bit so the starter doesn't get too hot. And I was just getting no oil pressure, so I was worried because this engine did get rebuilt and now it's pretty much almost done. So I'd hate to have to take the oil pan out or pull the engine to get the oil pan out to see what's going on. But I figured I'd do some Googling and stuff, and you know, you get the usual: fill the oil filter up, keep cranking it. You probably pinched the oil pickup tube O-ring, which I know I didn't. I've done a bunch of these, and I'm careful each time because I don't want to, you know, pull the engine back apart just because I rushed it. But I take my time with these, so I was kind of clueless as to why it wasn't getting any pressure. And it turns out Melling has a quick video that's kind of hard to find, but I'll explain to you what they suggest. So this engine has a high volume oil pump, so that might be part of the issue. Anyways, it's topped off. Engine oil's topped off, the oil filter's full. So what they recommended is to actually prime the oil pump by filling it directly through the side of the block. There is an 8mm Allen plug. Let's see if I can see it. Right there. Right underneath the power steering pump. Now, you can actually see it on this swap because the brackets that I used actually raised the pump up higher, so I'm not sure if you'll be able to see it with a factory truck alternator and power steering pump bracket. But either way, what I used was a long Allen with a wobble on there, so you can kind of get it at an angle. And what you do is actually stick a hose in there. I used this funnel with a long end on it. I think it's a Harbor Freight special, but I shoved it in as far as it can go so that it wouldn't leak. I put in maybe about a half a quart of oil before oil started running out, and I kind of made a little bit of a mess, but that's when I knew that the oil pump was full. In the Melling video, they installed a clear cover over the the oil pump gears, and you can actually see what was going on. It was actually filling the oil pump gears. So I'm like, well, what the hell? I'll try it. It's my last resort before I pull this thing out and check the oil pump pickup tube O-ring. Sure enough, it worked. I got about 60 pounds of pressure out of this now, and it happened almost immediately. Right after I filled it up and it started pouring out the side, I knew it was full. So that was a sign of relief. I have oil coming out of the push rods now, which confirms I do have good oil pressure throughout the engine. So give it a shot. It took me about 5 minutes to try this out, and cost me half a quart of oil. So it's definitely worth giving a shot before, you know, pulling the trigger and dropping the oil pan. Again, if you take your time and install that pickup tube correctly, I mean, odds are this is probably going to be it. So I'll try to link the video that I found in the description. Otherwise, just do a quick search: Melling M295 HV priming, and good luck.